Well, with that, we welcome you into today's broadcast of Varsity Field Hockey on KSM Productions. This marks our first ever non-ice hockey game here on KSN. We bring you the 8-3-1 CNS Northstars and the 5-8-1 Fayetteville Manlius Hornets. I'm Killian Heffron, the only commentator today. And this matchup between CNS and FM, these two teams met already once this year, with that game resulting in a 1-1 tie in a game that was really dominated by the goaltending of FM goalkeeper Emma Dobrovich. And in that game, the Northstars, I believe, ended up with 14 shots on goal, ended up in a 1-1 tie. The question for CNS is, can they solve Dobrovich today? CNS sitting at 8-3-1 this year. Most recent game was a 3-2 loss to the Liverpool Legends that came in overtime, and really it was a pretty hard-fought game all the way to the very end. Liverpool looked very solid. Excited to see where they'll go in sectionals here, as this is the final game of the regular season for both of these teams. CNS in their last 5, obviously a 3-2 overtime loss to Liverpool, but in the 4 games before that, they did not allow a single goal, with 1-0 victories over Fairport, Baldwinsville, and East Syracuse Manoa, and a convincing 5-0 victory over Auburn. Meanwhile, FM, their most recent game was a 4-0 victory over an Auburn team, which has really struggled this year in Section 3. And then before that, a 4-1 victory over Marathon, a 2-1 loss to Liverpool, a 3-1 loss to Baldwinsville, and a 1-1 tie with CNS, as we mentioned before. Now, CNS's game aim today will likely come down to how their offense can play, as their offense this year, or when they are on. Case in point, the Auburn game and the Baldwinsville game they played earlier this year here at Michael J. Braghman Stadium, with CNS winning both of those games in convincing fashion. Both teams just about ready to get set here from Michael J. Braghman Stadium here at Cicero North Syracuse High School. A nice Friday night, final game of the season, or of the regular season, for both these teams before they head off to sectionals. CNS will be wearing their home blue and shooting from left to right to start off from the perspective of the camera, and FM will be wearing their road white and shooting from right to left from the perspective of the camera. Will be a really exciting showing here for the Northstars. Big opportunity to turn the momentum around going into their sectionals, where the seedings are not quite yet determined. We are waiting on the end of this week to reveal what the status of both these teams will be. Now, Northstars, a look at the stat line for them this season. And leading goal scorer Izzy Normanley with 10 goals on the team. The next player with the most amount of goals is Selena Moreno and Mia Ferrone, both with 3. Normally certainly been the Northstars' offensive weapon this season. We'll see if that continues in this game. Meanwhile, on the FM side, Emma Dobrovich, the goalkeeper we were mentioning earlier, has 86 saves on the season, which is easily the highest in this area. And face-off is taken. We are underway here at CNS. This is played forward, earned around the side. Moreno along the sideline, cuts to the middle. That's going to be picked off there by the Northstars. Normally tries to carry that forward, intercepted the other way. And here comes FM out of the zone. That's number 8, Hannah Marshall, who brought that up. That gets intercepted, played back by Pangaro. We'll get a whistle, as this one will be illegally played by the Northstars. That one will be shot up, intercepted there, fired up, intended for Normanley, was cut off there by a Hornet. Play 8 around, we get a whistle, and this one will come back the other direction. FM ball. This is fired up. That was number 13, Charlotte Mark, there on that one. This one will fly out of bounds, become CNS possession. Last time these two played, Northstars were pretty dominant throughout the whole game. Really a solid offensive showing, but just could not solve the goaltending. That'll be a big question today to see if they can do so. Brought forward by Moreno on the side. Moreno cuts, turns around, looks to the middle. That's going to be intercepted. Hit over, and now we'll get a whistle. This one will come back the opposite direction. It'll be FM ball. Northstars starting this game out with some offensive attack. That went sky-eyed into the air. It'll be played by FM. Fired out, goes off of Pangaro and out of bounds. Possession will retain with the Hornets. Across the top left of your screen, the FM roster will here float by. As this is played forward by the Northstars, played along on the side, trying to get it forward now. This comes to the middle, shot there, saved by Dobrovich. Comes out, and it'll take a bounce around. Now we'll get a cross-stick violation. It'll come out the other way. CNS will lose possession, but early opportunity there. Shot on goal was forwarded, and that has been the issue for CNS against these Hornets, as I've mentioned earlier. Ball will be played by FM. That one gets hit up. Played by Pangaro, but it's going to make it through. Now trying to bring it forward to Hornets. That's number 20, Elizabeth Kilmer. As it comes up, it goes off of I believe it went off of Kilmer's leg, and it will come back Northstar possession. Pangaro fires it up, nearly intercepted. Now it's batted down. We get a whistle, and it will stay with CNS. Pangaro fires it up. Goes off of a Hornet. Now they'll come back the other direction. FM trying to bring this into the offensive end. Garicchio stepped up to make the play. And we'll get another whistle. Fired along on the side. Now this one will get chipped up by Moreno, looking for the other Moreno before going out of bounds. That pass was intended for Samantha Moreno from Selena Moreno. Northstars will take possession. Pangaro. Fires it in, takes a bounce around. It will roll out of bounds, become FM ball. So the Hornets will take possession from about the 14. Now this gets fired up, gets past the first Northstar, but FM was unable to take possession. Now this will come back the other way. Just about 4 minutes gone by here in the first quarter of play. 0-0. Only one really dangerous opportunity so far for either team, and came to CNS, and they were able to get a shot on goal, which was stopped. Now played on the side. Normanley cuts around. Normally feeds it to the middle. Turn shot there by Moreno. It gets through, but it'll come back the other way. It never made it on net, as FM was able to pick that up. That's Maddie Santiago who hits this out. Comes out, intercepted by Ferron. Ferron fires it forward. Played by Moreno. Pangaro takes a swing at it. That'll deflect and go out of bounds. Stay with CNS. .16 left. It's fired forward. That actually didn't get deflected. It was played instead by FM. Gets sent up. Intercepted there. That was, I believe, Stella Clary there who made the play on it. It'll go out of bounds. Retain with CNS. Fires up, takes a deflection, trying to play it on the side. Pangaro picks it up, makes a move, loses possession of the ball. Now it comes back, and it will go off the foot of one of the Hornets. CNS will pick it up. Ferron to inbound it. Hits it through. That was intercepted by FM, but Northstars will take it right back. Leone, back pass to the middle. Opportunity for CNS, but they couldn't get to the ball, and that's going to be taken the other direction. Trying to bring it out now, and this comes forward. Here comes FM. It was number 2 with that ball, but there was no number 2 on the roster. That ball gets fired all the way up. Normanley trying to play this for CNS. Has Garicchio with her. That's a good move there by Jillian Hawkins. Hawkins will hit it to the middle, intercepted by Normanley. It's up to Moreno. Moreno will bring it in. Up to Normanley. Normanley with one defender to beat. However, the defender able to get to the ball, and this one will be taken the other way. We get a whistle, and it'll become FM ball. Northstars so far dominating in the possession department, but really nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. I guess passed down. Leon trying to play this. It stayed in. Leon takes another whack at it, and they're going to rule. She played that one with the back of her stick, and now it'll be FM ball. Hannah Marshall to inbound it. Marshall fires it forward, picked off by Moreno. Moreno looks forward to Garuccio. Garuccio hits this, goes off of Marshall's leg. Possession will retain with CNS. Pass there intended for Norman Lee was just behind her. The FM defender able to catch up. Garuccio sends this to the middle. Moreno takes a swipe at it. Pangaro takes a swipe at it. And it'll go back to FM. That's Charlotte Mark. Mark fires it up. Intercepted. Comes out the other way, takes the deflection forward. Trying to make a move on that there was one of the Northstars. Now gets hit through. Here's Garuccio from the side. Garuccio hits it up, goes off of the foot of a FM player. They allowed her to play on since she retained possession of it. It'll be taken out the other way by Hawkins. Hawkins plays this on the sideline. It'll be intercepted and brought the other way by Garuccio. Garuccio feeds it to the middle. Norman Lee has one defender on her. Norman Lee still with it. Will backhand pass it to the middle. Comes back over. Norman Lee will wait. Fires one in the middle, and it got blocked. Believed by a North Star, so FM will take possession of it. 7:10 left to go. It's fired up. Nearly intercepted there. Comes out the other direction. Ferrone. Hits it up. Moreno. Moreno up to Norman Lee. Norman Lee turns, surveys her options, fires one! And that one goes wide. It'll become FM ball. It was a hard hit there by Norman Lee on her reverse hit, but just did not go really anywhere. Fired up. It'll be played by FM. Comes up to the middle. Intercepted there nearly by one of the North Stars, but this will keep being pushed forward by FM. Opportunity to the middle, and that one's going to be intercepted. It's still loose in the middle. Can they get it out? And this one will be played out to the side. It remains, or now, never mind, now it goes outside the arc. Now it's fired back in the arc, and now it's intercepted again by one of the Hornets, playing it down low, trying to get an opportunity to take a shot. Gets fired in the middle. Now that one will go off of a leg, and it comes out. Garuccio deflected that one. It'll be played by a Hornet. That was number 13, Charlotte Mark. We get a whistle CNS ball, and the North Stars are going to survive the first major attack from FM of this game. That one is skied into the air. Good play there by one of the Hornets. That's number 13, Charlotte Mark again, to hit that one back. Mark up, nearly picked off by Ferrone. It'll come back instead to trying to read another. I believe that's Sophie Normanley. This comes forward. Hannah Marshall fires it up. Marshall's pass intended for Hawkins deflects out of bounds. It'll retain with FM. And now FM beginning to show maybe something here. Hawkins fires it up, intercepted by Garuccio. Comes out to the middle. Marshall. That's intercepted again by Pangaro. Looks up, finds Normanley. Normanley sends it for Moreno. Moreno on the side. To the middle, and that one's going to be deflected out of bounds. Pass intended for Izzy Normanley does not go. 4:45 left to go here in this first quarter of play. And it has been certainly a bit back and forth here over the last couple of minutes. Moreno there nearly able to get to that one. That was Samantha Moreno. Comes up, and it'll be played by one of the Hornets. It somehow gets through. There were like 3 North Stars there that could have bounced off, but they were able to whip that one through. Here's Moreno on the side. Moreno with Normanley ahead of her. Will fire it down to Normanley. Normanley takes possession. Normanley steps to the middle, and her pass gets deflected out of bounds. CNS will retain possession. 4:03 left to go here in the first quarter of play. Shots on goal, CNS 1, FM 0. Good move by Ferrone. Ferrone cuts, backhanded to the middle, deflection, saved to Brovich. And that is one of the reasons that CNS struggled to score against FM last time they played each other, because of saves like that. However, the possession will retain with the Northstars. Move there made by Leon. Her pass went down the Gruccio, deflects out of bounds. 3:04 left. This will be Sophie Normally to inbound it. Sophie Normally with 2 goals on the season for CNS. Both came against Liverpool, or excuse me, against Baldwinsville here at home. I was one of the commentators for that game on Northstar Network. 2:40 left to play here in this first quarter. It'll be inbounded by FM. This is Hannah Marshall. Marshall fires it up. That one takes a bounce. Ferrone takes a swing at it. Now we'll take possession. Looks up for Leon. That one will fly out, just out of bounds there. Gruccio nearly able to keep that one in. 2:13 left to go. That comes up. Takes a deflection. Trying to make that play was Selena Moreno, but they'll get her for reaching around, and possession will go back to FM. However, CNS will immediately send this one up. 1:55 to go. From the side, Leon looks up. That one's picked off by Jillian Hawkins. Leon looks up again. This one will get all the way back to Marshall. Marshall fires it up to Hawkins. Or excuse me, that was not Hawkins that she fired up to. That was Charlotte Mark. Now comes the other direction. Samantha Moreno's pass up to Izzy Normally is completed, but it will go off of Normandly's foot. And so possession will go back to FM. 1:21 left here in this first quarter of play. This gets fired along the side, intercepted by Pangaro, but FM takes possession right back, carrying it forward, trying to make a play on it from the side, and it will be still on the sideline. Moreno backhands it to the middle, and that one will go out of bounds. FM will take possession. This ball will be inbounded by Charlotte Mark. And that one gets skied up. CNS will knock that one down. Pangaro from the side, hits it to the middle, finds Moreno, who goes down, regains her balance, sends it to the middle. Here's Normandly. Normandly into the arc, shoots one, save made by Dubrovich. That one will go out of bounds. Normandly from the top of the arc. Nearly got that one to go. Thank you. That gets fired up. That one will get skied into the air. It's going to be played in now by FM. This is 20, Elizabeth Kilmer. Kilmer moves up the side. Had Ferrone on her. Sent to the middle. Opportunity. The unnamed number 2, as that will be the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams tied at 0 following 1 quarter of play. We will go into our brief intermission here. Well, while we have this stoppage, we're going to take a look at the CNS roster. Or not that CNS roster. This CNS roster. There we go. That's the right button. Goalkeepers Olivia Planty and Abigail Schultz. And Northstars, they set 8-3-1, not 5-8-1 there. A little correction on the graphic. CNS with 2 8th graders on the team this year, Kyla Heffron and Natalie Kernan. A little fun fact, for a brief period of time, Natalie Kernan was actually credited with a goal following a mistake by Syracuse.com. Neither of them have any points on the year so far. However, they have been getting in for a decent amount of playing time for 8th grade standards. Look over at the FM details now. Head coach Meredith Friend, and they are actually sitting at 5-8-1, and that singular tie for both teams coming to each other. And FM, the last time these two faced off against one another. Been a nice, relaxing game so far here. 40 seconds left until the start of the second quarter. We will take a brief break here on KSM Productions. Do not go anywhere. We will be back in a moment. We welcome you back to KSM Productions' 42nd quarter of play. These two teams tied at 0. So far in this game, no goals, but two shots on goal from CNS. We are underway. FM takes possession to start off. It's Olivia Mark. Mark fires it up. Nearly intercepted there by Moreno. Comes up, played by Pangaro. Pangaro hits it up. Mark got a stick on that. Here comes CNS forward, but a little bit of a collision. Ball be awarded back to FM. Long pass up there from Moreno. Oh, taken by the other Moreno. Fired forward. Played along on the side. Moreno hits this forward. From the side. Normally looked for a reverse hit, but the ball just kind of got away from her. And this one will roll out of bounds and become FM ball. That gets fired up. Goes off of the Northstar there. That was Moreno. Moreno walks forward to the middle. That one got blocked. Comes around. Goes off of a Northstar foot, or maybe it didn't. No whistle. Ferrone from the side. Turns. It'll be knocked out of bounds. Remain with CNS. Ferrone to inbound it. From the side. Hits it to the middle. Leone. Send it down low. Trying to get on that is Garuccio. That one will be intercepted and make its way back out of the CNS end, given that FM hits this up. Fired forward, intercepted by Leone. Leone makes a move on it. Now it'll be taken away. Here comes FM moving into the offensive end. That was Issa Crane on that one. Comes forward. There's Selena Moreno. Flips up to Norman Lee. Norman Lee hits it to Samantha Moreno. Moreno from the side. Back to Norman Lee. Can she get to it? Norman Lee on it. And that's going to be taken back by FM. Northstar still in the middle. Opportunity. The goalkeeper slid out. And we will get a whistle here, as I believe it was kicked by a Hornet. And we will get our first corner of the day. And it'll come to CNS. Northstar corners this year have been one of their main sources of offense. They try to keep that alive today. It'll be inbounded by Ferrone. Has Garuccio nearest to, has Normally nearest to her. Normally steps in, fires deflected by Ferrone, and that one will be misplayed by Northstar somehow in there, or somewhere, and it will be back to FM ball. That gets fired up. Played on the side. That's Jillian Hawkins. Hawkins brings it forward. Sent up. Crane from the side. Crane cuts to the middle. It'll be intercepted by Sophie Normanley. Normanley hits it up. Selena Moreno tried to get a whack at that. Moreno continues with it. We'll get more whistles. And I believe it is... So, no, it looks like that was played just a little too far ahead. The official motioning from the back up. That one was chopped at by Gruccio, falls out of bounds. Gruccio will hand this one back to Leon to inbound. Tied at 0 here. But a very North Star heavy opening quarter and a 4 minutes, but FM has been able to get down to the CNS end a couple times. However, no luck for either team. We are knotted at 0. Get a whistle now, and this will be FM ball. This is Hannah Marshall to inbound it. Marshall will fire it. That was a bit of a misfire, though. It's going to be intercepted by Moreno. Moreno still on it. Now she'll look up. That got by Gruccio, but now it's picked up by Norman Lee on the side. Norman Lee tries to cut to the middle, gets into the arc. Norman Lee to the he centers it. Moreno's shot goes wide. Dabrovich dives at it just in case, but no need. It'll roll out of bounds. FM ball. .10:05 left. That's going to be held in, trying to bring this forward. That gets deflected, goes out of bounds. Sent forward again. Now this will be fired up. And here come the Northstars in the offensive end. Norman Lee from the side. Digs at it. Still in possession. Reverse hits it into a FM defender. And it will be back to FM ball. That one was just driven into the Hornet there. Played on the side. Moreno picks up the ball. Tries to get it forward. Has a couple of defenders on her. Will reverse it up. Intended for normally, it'll just skip out of bounds. 9:18 left to go in the second quarter of play. This one's still tied at 0. FM will inbound it. That's Charlotte Mark. This comes forward. It'll be blocked now down by a Hornet who does not have a number on the roster. I believe that is Chloe Wisniewski. Comes forward. Poked by Gruccio. Gruccio now 3-on-2 for CNS. She'll fire it, and that one may have been an attempt to get it to normally, but it will fly out of bounds. And that ball is not coming back. That one is going all the way under the fence behind the scoreboard. So that ball will not come back anytime soon. FM will take possession of it. It's been a common theme this game. Northstars getting it into the FM end and just hitting it out of bounds. Played forward by Hawkins. Hawkins loses possession, but it will go right back to her as Northstars will illegally play that one. Wisniewski from the side. It gets fired, deflected. Trying to make a play on that there was Leon. Leon takes a swing at it. Now it'll be played again by CNS. Trying to hit it forward, deflects out of bounds. This is Jillian Hawkins. Hawkins, that one got deflected. Brought forward now by the Hornets. Chip to the middle, intercepted. It'll be fired out. Gruccio makes a move. Gruccio will bring this one up. Finds Moreno. Moreno with a defender on her. Will get by the first defender. Reverse hits it up to Norman Lee. Norman Lee from the side. Tries to get by one. retains possession normally to the middle. Centering pass there, intercepted, but we will get a corner as that one's going to go off of an FM leg. And now Northstars, their second penalty corner of this game, 0 for 1 so far. 6:40 left to go. It'll be Ferron to inbound it again. Has Normanley closest to her. Let's see what they draw up this time. This is given to Leon. Leon hits it in. Garuccio touches this over. Moreno shoots, save made. It'll bounce out, goes off on our leg. And FM will take possession of it. Dobrovic there, another save for FM. And the themes of the previous matchup between these two continue. Northstars relatively dominant in terms of ball possession, but getting stopped right at the door. 5:54 left. We've played 3 quarters here of this first half. Nothing to show for it on the scoreboard yet. We get a whistle, so we'll stay with FM. 5 minutes and 40 seconds now left to go. As that ball is also going to make its way out of bounds. FM will take control of this. That's nearly intercepted. Now it comes forward. Opportunity now for the Hornets. Nearly had that one on the rush, but they will retain possession. We get a whistle. As it looks like FM tried to play that one from an illegal position. 5:06 left to go. Comes forward, swiped out of bounds now by Moreno. It'll stay with FM. 4:59 left to go. Will be inbounded from the side. Move attempted to be made there. That did not go, and now it'll come back the other direction. Olivia Mark to once again inbound this ball. 4:40 left. Hit to the middle. That one gets fired, deflects off of a North Star. Stays with FM. Now this will get it shot out. Might have clipped a North Star leg, and it did. So once again, FM retains it. That's Charlotte Mark to inbound it, and she'll be allowed to move up. That one swipes through, trying to get it out now as CNS. They're just unable to. This one stays in the arc, got deflected. It'll go out of bounds. This one will finally go to CNS. 4:04 left in this second quarter of play. This will be rushed in, intercepted now by Hawkins. It comes forward, trying to make a play. This is Moreno, and it looks like we'll get a... I'm unsure what the exact term for that violation, but I know it has something to do with crossing the sticks. And so this will stay with FM, and there. Another illegal play stays with FM. This time it's a bounce to the middle. FM, they're nearly able to get a shot on goal. It got blocked on the way in by one of the North Star defenders. That'll be played by Van Beveren, but they were just unable to hold that one in. 3:26 left to go. FM beginning to up the pressure. From the side, Hawkins makes a move. Centering pass intercepted. It'll be fired out and stay with FM once again. Mark to inbound it. Mark fires, and it'll bounce and then deflect out of bounds. 3:04 left to go. It gets fired forward, deflects, and it'll stay with FM. Northstars really struggling to get this one out of their own half. 2:43 left in the second quarter of play. And we will... It looks like the infraction was committed a little farther forward, so now FM will play it. That was Mark. Hands it back over. Trying to take a swing at that one. Now it'll bounce up. Trying to get on that was Leon. Intercepted. Hawkins brought that one forward, but it was swiped out, and it will once again stay with FM. CNS pinned down their own end. 2:05 left to go. FM trying to spoil CNS's final home game of the regular season. Finally, this one will pop out. It's Moreno. Moreno brings it forward. Gets up to about the 50. Now there's a defender on her. Moreno continues to bring it forward. Holds it in. Moreno from the side to Normanley. Normanley makes a move, turning. Centering pass there. Did not go. Now it comes back. Pangaro will whack this one out of bounds, and it will go back to FM ball. 1:30 left in this first half of play. That one gets flipped up, trying to make a play that were a couple of Northstars. Now it'll continue to be brought forward, and here comes FM. 3-on-2 developing. Yeah, and that's Crane streaking towards the goal. Now it's given him back, trying to get a play on this with CNS. They run into each other a little bit, and now this one will be driven out, but it'll be intercepted by Hawkins. Hawkins had to get it by Moreno, which he was successful in doing, and here's Ferrone. Ferrone brings it up. 55 seconds left in the first half. We get a whistle. It'll save a CNS. Ferrone. Time beginning to dwindle here. Down to 40 seconds. We get another whistle. And it'll stay with CNS. Maybe time for one more attack before the half is over. Fired forward. It's played in by CNS. Normanley makes a move. Still on the ball. Normanley fires this one in. Deflects. And that one goes just wide. But it will retain with CNS, but I don't know if they'll have enough time to do anything with it. And so you can see they're rushing, trying to set this one up, but I don't think they'll get it. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds, 1. Now it'll get fired in, and that is the end of the first half. These two teams tied at 0 at halftime. We will head to a brief 10-minute break here on KSM Productions. Do not go anywhere. We will be back in a moment. We welcome you back here on KSM Productions for the second half of play. FM and CNS currently tied at 0, headed into the third quarter. And this game has pretty much come down to one pretty simple play. CNS has brought it into the FM end. They've gotten an opportunity, but they've either shot the ball wide or Dobrovic has made a pretty nice save. And really, that's how both games so far that these two have played against each other have gone. Even that last one in FM was really a lot of the same. FM ended up firing one in the third quarter, and Northstars were able to respond. But we will see if that happens today. Third quarter just about ready to get started. These two deadlocked at 0. CNS will start this half shooting from right to left from the perspective of the camera. And FM will start the half from shooting from left to right from the perspective of the camera. 15 minutes on the clock. Couple of Northstars running the ball down to inbound it. We are underway here in the third quarter of play. This is immediately fired forward. CNS looking to take a couple shots early, but little collision there in the middle will stop that momentum. It will be taken the other way by FM. This gets sent up, flies nearly out of bounds actually. It was held in, comes around on the side, trying to get this forward to CNS. Battle through, we get a whistle, or no, we don't get a whistle. Apparently I just don't know what I'm listening to. This will get fired forward now. It'll make its way down. Normally trying to get to this, and she'll be able to get to it before it goes out of bounds. Normally from the side, and tried to make a turnaround there, but was unable to get anything to go. 14-15 left to go here in this third quarter. It's CNS ball, or excuse me, FM ball, but now becomes CNS ball, so they intercept it. Normally picks it up off the pass. Normally centers it to the middle. Dobrovic kicks that one out, and we'll get a corner here off of, I believe, I'm unsure what the call there was. Might have been a dangerous play since the ball was kicked really high up and nearly clipped the North Star. But CNS 0 for 2 on corners today will try to become 1 for 2 here with a goal. Let's see. 13:43 left to go. Sent to the middle. That shot deflected. Save Dobrovic. But it'll stay a corner. And the official actually indicates that this will be, this will be a corner. It'll be Northstars 4 for the game. So that might have actually clipped off of a Hornet in front of the net. This is where CNS is most dangerous when they get in these corner situations. That ball's fired in. Normally he took a run at that one, but initially lost possession. Now gets it back. Normally, reverse hit. It flies up, and it will go wide and out of bounds. But CNS will keep possession of this ball. As I guess they're going to indicate this deflected off of a Hornet. And so CNS will have the ball here. Or no, they won't. Never mind. I thought the official was indicating their star ball. Turns out he wasn't. Leon hits this up, trying to get this forward, trying to make a play on that one is Leon. Comes up, Pangaro back to make a play on that, but it's going to be taken out by FM. This is how the Hornets scored in the first game these two played against each other, by a break like this. Comes up to the middle, opportunity. Centering pass there is just behind. It'll be flipped up by CNS, but intercepted again. It's Sophie Normally. Normally hits it to the middle. Comes back out, trying to make a play on it. Makes another move, whistle, and now it'll be FM ball just outside of the arc. From the middle, long drive intended to go into the arc there. Did not go. Now it's picked up. We get a trip, and now it will be FM taking a corner, their first of the game. Pangaro brought down one of the Hornets in front of the net, and now the North Star defense will get their first big corner test of this one. Hit to the middle. The set, that one got blocked on the way in. It's flipped out. It'll remain a corner. Goes off of a North Star foot. And now this will be the second one of the game for FM. 0 for 1 so far on the one that literally just occurred. Fired to the middle. That'll be caught. Moving in. Firing shot there goes wide. CNS ball. And so CNS there looking for their first play of, or first big attack of the game, but weren't able to get anything to go. That's fired up, takes a deflection, brought forward by FM, moving into the middle, sent to forward and nearly caught a Northstar foot, but CNS able to hit it out. And they'll just select to send this one out of bounds. It'll be FM ball. That was swung at and missed. Now they're trying to make a play on it. Intercepted now by CNS. We get a whistle. Sent to the middle. Opportunity. This gets fired out. Another opportunity for FM. The shot there got blocked. It'll be another corner. Shot by Maddie Santiago there. Clipped off of a Northstar leg. And so they pick up their third corner here in a very quick amount of time. That one's flipped up, sent to the middle. And it will be taken out and brought out of the zone. Trying to make a play. This is whacked. It'll go out of bounds. Stay with FM. 9:20 left in this third quarter of play. We get a whistle. It looks like it'll come back a little ways. And we get a whistle here. And yeah, so it'll be a card for a 5-yard violation. And so all of a sudden, FM gonna pick up a big opportunity. Head coach Pat Kennedy not too thrilled with that one, but that'll be Samantha Moreno, who will sit out for a brief period of time for a 5-yard violation. Pangaro misplayed that. Now it'll go right back to FM. So Northstars had an opportunity to clear, but we're just unable to take advantage of it. This bounces to the middle, trying to get this one out. They'll just fire this one away. That was Mia Ferrone, excuse me. Santiago to the middle, deflects up, picked up by CNS. That'll be fired down the field. Hit up. Santiago from the side. Northstars will inbound it. This is still a clear who fires up. That got blocked. Comes up, takes a deflection. We get a whistle. Trying to bring that forward is CNS. Cut to the middle now. Opportunity. That fire, that one got blocked. Trying to get it, and we get a corner here from FM. And now yet another big corner play. No, this is going to be a stroke for FM. Or will it be a stroke? Never mind, it's just a corner. I thought the official was motioning for a stroke, but turns out they were not. Looks like it was just warning the goalie about something. That's Liv Planey in goal for CNS. And so FM, who's been really dominant lately, will get an opportunity to strike. This comes up to the point. Got deflected. Sent to the middle. Opportunity if they can get a shot off, but that'll get blocked. Turning around. It gets fired out, and we will get another corner for FM. This will be their 5th on the day. Currently 0 for 4. 6:33 left in this third quarter. That one's hit around. Opportunity. Good move. Shot there got blocked. Rebound in front. And it'll be another corner for FM. FM picking up a significant number of corners here. Here comes the next attempt. So far been unsuccessful. You got to wonder how long before they're able to strike. This one gets deflected up. Played by CNS, and now they will try to drive this one out. It's played by Pangaro. Pangaro flips it to the middle. Got tipped and nearly intercepted by FM. Playing on the side. FM will regroup. Gets by the first defender. And that's intercepted now by Gruccio, who will bring it forward. First time the Northstar forwards have touched the ball in 5 minutes. This gets fired forward. Normally going to try to get down to this, and she's just going to not be able to make it. So it'll be FM ball. 5:10 left. That gets fired up, caught. Trying to bring it forward is the Northstars. Hit to the middle. Opportunity. Can they get through? Shot there. It's kicked out by Dubrovich. And we get a whistle. It'll be a corner for CNS. And now the corner brigade will make its way over to the other end of the field, where it has not been very recently. .430 left. Here's the inbound. Hit to the middle. That's Leon shooting one. Deflected. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with CNS, but they will no longer be granted the luxury of inbounding out on a corner. Instead, they'll have to be placed at the 25. Fired in. Trying to get on this was number 16 for CNS. That's Mia Leon. We get a whistle. And it'll become Northstar ball. Leon to inbound it again. From the side. Hits it to the middle. That one is blocked. Trying to make a move. Around the side. Opportunity. To the middle. That one gets deflected up. And we get a whistle now. And that one will go back to FM. 3:30 left to go here in this third quarter. Hit to the middle. Leon trying to get on this. That's hit forward again. And we get a whistle corner for CNS yet again. Natalie Kernan getting ready to come in for CNS, one of their 8th graders. We'll see who they end up taking out. Hit to the middle. This is Sophie Normally, or excuse me, Izzy Normally. Normally makes a move, turns, fires, deflected. That one got blocked on the way in. It comes back out. Northstars fire it back into the arc. Good stick by Normally, who fired that one across, but nobody was there to get a whack at it. 2:39 left. And so Mia Leon will come out for Natalie Kernan. Playing on the side. Trying to hit this to the middle. Trying to get this one out. Now it'll be taken by Clary. Up to Pangaro. Pangaro rushes forward. Makes a move on it. Now we get a whistle. We'll come back the other direction. FM ball. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Still no goals in this one. Pangaro steps in, makes a good play. Looks up, and that one will get deflected. It'll take all the power off of it. Comes up again. Pangaro still trying to make a play on it. Now we get a whistle. It'll come back the other direction. And now we get another whistle, and it will stay up at the point. So it's FM ball. Hornets coaching staff getting an explanation. 1:30 left in this third quarter. Now we get another whistle. We'll go out of bounds. FM ball. 1:20 left to go. Fired to the middle, takes a deflection up, goes into a Hornet, so they'll take possession forward. Trying to get this one through, it goes out of bounds, FM ball. From the side, hit to the middle, that one's picked off and comes out the other direction. Fired up, blocked, hit down again. That'll be hit up, trying to make a play on his are the Northstars, deflected to the middle, from the side, trying to make another play on it. We get a whistle, and now FM will pick up a corner. All corners in this game from both teams have been unsuccessful. Clock will count down through this, but you have to imagine eventually CNS will. This one's hit in from the top. Fired, deflected, loose in front, trying to get a play on it. It's still loose. Now where's the ball? And they get a whistle. And I believe it's going to be a stroke here. Or no, it will not be a stroke. It'll be just a regular corner. Second time I've thought they called a stroke. So this will be our final play of the third quarter here. This corner. FM brings everybody in. Trying to make a play on this. Northstar back check is now going to get there. Hit out, fired out of the end. That will do it for the third quarter of play. These two tied at 0. As we head into the fourth quarter, we will be back here in a moment. Do not go anywhere. We welcome you back here to KSM Productions for our fourth quarter of play, barring overtime. And as these teams were coming out of their huddles, you can hear FM say 1-2-3 score, which is kind of indicative of how this game has went. No goals on either side. Defenses have really played a really solid field hockey today. Fourth quarter now officially underway. The Northstars bring it forward. Normally we'll immediately reverse hit this one. It goes off of a Hornet. Trying to play this as Garuccio. We get a whistle and Northstar ball. Get another whistle. Now this will come back. It'll be CNS ball again. Fired up. Trying to get this through. Along the side. Trying to tip that one in the middle. Backhanded, or excuse me, reverse hits in the middle. Opportunity for CNS. It's loose in front. Normally turns, shoots wide. And now it'll be back to FM ball. So Northstars early on here trying to get something, but just nothing. To the middle. Reverse hit shot there by Normally. Loose in front. Can they get to it? They score! But we get it. There's a whistle. I don't know if this counts. I don't believe it does. It's going to be no goal. And so CNS, I don't know who would have hit that in, but they played it illegally, so this game will remain 0-0. I'm pretty happy, honestly. I didn't misfire with the goal graphic. So they get him for, I believe it was I believe it was obstruction. They got the one of the Northstars in front for, but CNS now technically has put the ball in by Dobrovich once, but nothing going. Now this one will bounce through. It'll go wide. FM ball. Trying to bring it forward now. CNS hit up the middle. Opportunity. And this one will fly nearly out of bounds. FM takes it. Trying to bring it forward the other direction. Long hit up. That's caught. Here come the Hornets in the offensive end. From the side. This will be taken back by a Northstar. Comes up. And that one goes off of a CNS foot. It'll be played now by FM. We get another whistle. Fired up. That's blocked. Trying to get a play on this now is. It's fired up. And that one will make its way out of bounds. And it'll be back to FM balls. Overall, not quite as exciting of a game as the Northstars have played in the past. Wolf defenses really have just been the story of this one. 11:50 left. This comes up. Played from the side, trying to hit this forward. They will make a play on it, and it deflects. That gets fired up, blocked by a Hornet. And that one will leave a mark. It's a pretty hefty shot there that went into the FM player. Get a whistle. 11:30 left to go. Now brought out the other direction. Here comes CNS. Long drive up. That one got blocked. And it'll stay with CNS. That gets deflected forward. Trying to fire it up. Opportunity for CNS. Sent out. Making a play. It is one of the Northstars. Backhand or reverse hit forward. Opportunity normally from the side into the arc. Normally makes a move. Fire, shoots. That one went wide. Nearly clipped a couple of Northstars standing in front of the net. And so this should be FM ball. Now if no goals are scored, we will head into overtime, which these two teams are very familiar with, facing each other in overtime. Earlier this season in Fayetteville. Or excuse me, in Manly, because that's where the actual high school is located. Brought forward, trying to make a play on that was one of the Northstars. Now comes back around, trying to hit it through. Sent up to the middle, opportunity now. Normally, turns, makes a move. Normally still with it, makes another move. And that one sent out. Ferone fires it up, back to Normally. Normally reverse hit to the middle, and that one was caught by Garuccio, but now we get a corner for CNS. 9:54 left to play. $9:40 left in this fourth quarter of play. Hit to the middle. Normally looks down low, and that one intended for Moreno did not go. 9:22 left. They'll get fired up. Taken in now by FM, looking to etch this ball forward. It takes a deflection up. Ferome to play on it. Comes back the other way. Here comes FM into the offensive end now. They move in. Shot there. Hawkins. That one just went wide. Oh, it took a deflection there. Nearly a goal for FM. And the Hornets, they have the Northstars exactly where they want them. In a tight game with opportunities going both directions. Trying to make a play at now. It'll stay with FM. As the Hornet got tripped up. That'll be fired in. 8:15 now left to go. This is driven forward, takes a deflection. FM maintains possession. This gets fired down, trying to make a move on it. Hit to the middle, comes up. Intercepted, goes out the other way. Here comes FM, we get a whistle. 7:50 left to go. FM ball to the middle. Intercepted, comes back the other way. Up to the point now. And this is taken by Garuccio. Up to Normanley. Normanley chips it up for Moreno. Moreno in all alone. Dobrovich got there. Smart play there by Emma Dobrovich. But CNS gets it right back into the arc. Opportunity now. Shot blocked. CNS trying to get it out. Normanley fires. That one goes wide. FM ball. And CNS once again inches away from taking the lead. But FM will once again deny them. That one is hit, and it's going to be a pretty costly mistake. That's hit on the bounce. Still 0-0 here. 6:51 left in the fourth quarter. We get a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout CNS. So Northstars here are going to take a brief timeout. We will be back here in a moment on KSM Productions. Do not go anywhere. Be back in a second. We are back here on KSM Productions for the conclusion of that timeout taken by CNS. And the Northstars beginning to up their offensive pressure definitely here in this fourth quarter, but will it be enough? Nobody has scored yet in this game. 0-0. Defensives, and particularly Emma Dobrovich, the goalkeeper for FM, have reigned supreme in this game. To be inbounded by CNS. And that one will go out of bounds, FM ball. 6:35 left to go. And the clock continues to tick. Will be inbounded by FM, fired up, intercepted by the Northstars, trying to get it forward. Still with an attempt on it, but this one will continue to be pushed up. 6-10 left to go. And that one bounces over a stick. Fired up, deflected forward, out of bounds. 5:52, or excuse me, 5:55 left to go in the fourth quarter of play. Still tied at 0. Inbounded, intercepted, Garuccio fires it up, intended for Norman Lee. Can she get there? No, it'll go out of bounds, FM ball. 5:35 left to go. Fired forward, taken now by FM as they try to get this by. Ferrone made a hit on it. This will come around to the side, nearly held in by Leon, but it'll pop out of bounds. 5 minutes left to go. And as it's looking so far, the Futures Night ceremony may need to be delayed. 4:55 left to go now. Fired up, blocked. We get a whistle, comes back the other way. Sent forward, we get a whistle, and now another possession for the Northstars. Hit it forward, opportunity. Moreno on it, we get a corner for CNS. And now the Northstars, 4:25 and counting to go, looking to get the scoring started quite late here in this one. This will be inbounded by Ferrone. Ferrone hits it forward to Leon. Mia Leon sends it forward, through, save Dubrovich, rebound, it still is deflected, they score! The Northstars finally take the lead, and it's 1-0 CNS. We'll see who that gets credited to. But it's 1-0 Northstars finally. And it looks like the FM head coach having a bit of a discussion with the official. We'll see who this goal ends up getting credit to. The officials are now going to get together and so that's going to be Selena Moreno on the goal for CNS. Officials briefly will discuss something. 3:57 to go. And then we'll go back and continue talking to the FM bench, who obviously had a question following that Northstar goal. CNS leads this one 1-0. And now we will resume play. FM all of a sudden trails by a goal. FM ball. We get a whistle, and it looks like it's going to have to go farther to the middle. Mark to inbound it. Mark from the middle brings it forward. It's by 1. We get a whistle. FM ball. Mark, once again, fires up, finds Santiago. Santiago to the middle. That one's taken by the Northstars, but it comes back to FM. Hit to the center, comes out. And now it will go out of bounds. Fired up. Gets through the Northstars initially. Now it'll get fired out of the zone. Trying to get a play on it, but FM maintains control. FM ball. Hornets trying to get back to tie this one. That'll be wiped back to the point. Fired in now to Flex. From the side, another whistle. FM ball. Down to 2:50 left for the Hornets to score. To the middle, we get a whistle. Northstar ball. Looks like it was played illegally there by FM on the inbound. And now 2:40 left to go before this one. Fired forward, intercepted by the Hornets. FM trying to push to the arc, but they really haven't been able to get in there. Continue to hold possession. Good move there, trying to make a move on that. Touch to the middle, nothing there. Fired forward, trying to make a move that's brought to the middle. Opportunity now, comes back, opportunity for FM. And that one pops out to the top of the arc where it will be fired out and out of harm's way. 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Flung to the middle, intercepted. Northstars will fire this one out. That's a good drive, and it'll force FM to reset. Comes back, they make a move on this, hit to the front, fired out, and now we get another whistle. This will be against the Northstars. 1:30 left to go. Clock continues to tick. That's driven forward, intercepted. It's Moreno. She'll try to kill off some clock. To the middle, it's loose in front. Can they get that one? Save made there by the Brolich. Rebound, they score! And CNS will pick up an insurance marker, and that'll make it 2-0. It takes nearly the entirety of regulation time, but the Northstars finally that's going to be Gabby, I believe that is Gabby Garuccio on that goal for CNS. And now, 1 minute left to go. Northstars defending a 1-goal buffer. Or excuse me, a 2-goal buffer. 50 seconds left. That's going to be sent out of bounds. To the middle. Fired back. Trying to chip it forward. Here comes FM. Intercepted by Pangaro. She'll hit this one. It'll nearly go out of bounds. 30 seconds left to go. And the final 25 will now begin to tick away. From this side, Hawkins to the middle. Opportunity for FM trying to chip away at the shutout. It's fired to the middle, be knocked out of bounds by Moreno. 10 seconds left to go. Hit to the middle. That one's blocked. Final 5 seconds will tick away, and that is going to do it. The Northstars will take down FM and improve to 9-3-1. And FM will fall to 5-9-1. CNS, it takes them a while, but they are able to put two by Emma Dobrovich and win this game by a final score of 2-0. CNS goals scored by Selena Moreno and Gabby Garuccio. So that will do it for this one. Northstars will win it 2-0. We thank you all for tuning in here on KSM Productions, and we will see you all here next time on KSM Productions on YouTube. Next Northstars field hockey game will likely be done on the Northstar Network. Little nice crossover that we were able to do this game while they were out doing a volleyball game. But that will be it for us here. CNS takes down FM 2-0. We will see you all next time. Goodbye.